Our next guest has been a staple on our screens since the 90s, from Seinfeld to Spy Kids, and even starring in Ellen's groundbreaking sitcom.
But for many of us, it was his role as a Hollywood agent on the hit series Entourage that elevated Jeremy Piven to true icon status.
People call me, then I call you. You tell Vince what I tell you. Vince tells you what to tell me. You're like a ventriloquist in a dummy's body.
He was the fast-talking, foul-mouthed Hollywood agent who had us all in stitches.
You just had a moment. Did you feel that? I think I'm going to leave Mrs. Ari and take you for the weekend. All right?
Don't do that.
Jeremy Piven turned Ari Gold into one of this century's great screen characters. In fact, Entourage became such a smash on the small screen. In 2015, it was turned into a feature in shows like Wisdom of the Crowd and the incredibly popular Mr. Selfridge.
Something's missing. Customers.
Now, Jeremy's adding stand-up to his long list of achievements.
Guess who the highest paid actor in Hollywood is? The Rock, right. He's never taken an acting class. Do I sound bitter? Because I am. Yeah. I'm performing in a mall next to a Dave & Buster's, right? So I'm a little bitter. Yeah.
And the one and only Jeremy Piven joins us now live from our LA studio. Nice to see you. They were the only 4 grabs without swearing that we could use on the show.
I don't even know how you found a clip without me swearing. That's insane.
You're coming to Australia. We're super excited about this. We're going to talk about it in a second. But 20 years since Entourage first aired, that really became the role of a lifetime for you, didn't it?
It did. It's hard to believe that it's been 20 years. Yeah, you know, I've been a stage actor, a journeyman stage actor my whole life. And, you know, a role like this comes around and you never know what's going to catch on. And somehow it did. And I have to say, every time I hear an Australian accent, they end up coming over to me. So that's how I know I have love in Australia. So, and I've never been, so I can't wait to make it out there.
Yeah. Does your character, like, stick with you? Like, is it hard to shake Ari? Do you even want to shake him?
Well, your producer just called me Ari. You called me Jimmy. So I think everyone's confused.
Now, a lot of jokes, especially from your character, may struggle with the 2024 lens over them, right? Do you think Entourage could be made now? What sort of show would that be now?
Well, you know, it's funny because I unpack that in my stand-up act. And, you know, people, whenever I tour, you know, I get to see what the studios and other people don't get to see, that they miss shows.
Yeah. We mentioned in the intro, you know, you're bringing your comedy work to the stage, and we're talking about that.
Yeah.
How does the stand-up compare to sitcom for you? Is there more pressure because it's just you on a stage with a live audience in front of you? How's the pressure compare?
You know, I grew up on the stage. I'm from a theater family, so I've been on the stage since I was a child. So that's my home. And then I went from, you know, being on the stage and doing theater. Then my first job was at Second City doing sketch comedy with a guy named Chris Farley. So that's how old I am. So, you know, I come about this honestly. And with Entourage, I tried to make all the language feel like it was improvisational, yet it was all written. And so this is a chance for me to write all my own material, and be careful what you wish for, because you know, it's a lot of freedom, and I love it.
So great news for your Australian fans. Are you coming down under to perform? What
Yes.
sort of stuff can we expect? What's the narrative? You can't do the rock joke again because we've already seen that now on telly. What else you got?
What else I got? Come on, dance for me, monkey. I shall. You know, it's really fun because I don't think whatever I do isn't derivative of anyone else in the way that I tell stories, I unpack. You know, the fact that I've been running lines with my mom since I was a child. And, you know, she's been my acting teacher, and everything I've said as Ari Gold, I've said to her face. And I get to show you what that was like. I do impressions. It's observational stuff. So I'm all over the map. And I've heard a lot about these beautiful theaters. And, you know, for some reason, Australians like Americans. And I don't know why, but I can't wait to find out.
You said earlier that Aussies come up to you. What is it that they always ask you? Because there's so much. There's your guest role on Seinfeld. You on the Ellen show. So what is it that Aussies
I think, in Australia, and I don't know because I haven't been there. So, they didn't know I was this funny. So, I love this process. I love being all in the same room at the same time. And the pressure, you're either funny or you're not. And in real time, and I love it. And it's just, I'm just having a blast.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see you down under. We're going to put all the details on our website. Thanks for your time this morning.
I'm going to give you guys tickets, and you have to show up, especially Kylie.
Kylie loves being in the front row. Kylie loves and she's a bit of a heckler, so she'll be there.
I would say, Kylie, don't bring a butter knife to a tank fight because I will crush you.
We are on. We're coming along.
Love it. Jeremy, I would love to be there. And we just saw the Mr. Selfridge clip too. I love doing that as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good to
I'll see you soon.
Chat. Absolutely.
See you very soon.
Put all the details up on our website. Thanks, Jeremy.